Hey, I'm Robert Reese for News Flash Show. Today, it's time for the movie review. Movie Drive. Alright, for the movie review this week, I watched The Intern, starring Robert De Niro as well as Anne Hathaway and many other characters throughout the thing. This is a Nancy Meyers film. You might know her from Father of the Bride. She's the one that did the screenplay for that. She did Something's Gotta Give. She's done quite a few comedies in the past, and this is no different. This is a comedy. But this is a comedy that I say turns into a drama. But the last quarter of the film, if you just happened to walk in and saw the last quarter of the film, you would actually think this is a drama, not a comedy, in my opinion. And it pretty much ended that way as well. It's about a 70-year-old guy, Robert De Niro, who is a widow and he's retired. He's a former business executive. And he decides he's bored with retirement, wants to do something, sees an opportunity to be a senior intern at a fashion website. So he decides he's going to do it. Now, obviously, this fashion website's a little bit more up-to-date and hip and everything than what he's used to. So, but he comes in there kind of old-school way. He's assigned to work with the president of the company, and she's kind of quirky, she's kind of strange and everything, and she's very short with people. But eventually, he wins her over, and that's kind of the storyline. Now, kind of the big surprise here is that there is a twist. You expect it. I mean, it's a total feel-good movie. Like, everything's going great, and you're about halfway through, you're kind of going, okay, some point in time there's going to be a tragic twist here. And sure enough, the tragic twist comes, and from that point on is pretty much where the movie gets dramatic. The movie's actually a lot more about relationships and even some about sexism in work, but not really as much about ageism. I thought it was going to be more about ageism in work, but it's really more about relationships, husband and wife relationships, and the relationship of your kids, as well as how you balance that with workplace and things like that. I thought it was a pretty good movie, and of course, Robert De Niro's acting, fantastic. I mean, it's tremendous. There's one scene in there where she says, "I wish your face wasn't so transparent. Your facial expressions weren't so transparent." Kind of joking with him, but that's what it is. His facial expressions are so transparent. He doesn't have to say anything, and you know what he's feeling at that point. Great acting. Anne Hathaway did a great job too. Many other characters throughout the film I thought did a really good job. Overall, I thought it was a pretty good movie, pretty good comedy. I don't think it's something you're going to remember like 5-10 years down the road, but it's a good comedy. It's going to get trounced in the box office this weekend by Hotel Transylvania 2, but it's a good alternative. Now, as far as Christian perspective goes, there is a couple of sexual innuendo scenes in there, but nothing really graphic or horrific. And there's some bad language, but nothing like no F-bombs or anything like that. It's not too bad, really, overall. At the end of the film, there's no extra stingers or extra credits or anything like that. Once the credits start to roll, you can get up and leave. I do have to say, when it ended, when the credits started to roll, it kind of took me by surprise. I thought it had half of a scene left in the movie. And when it didn't, I was literally sitting there watching the movie like this, and all of a sudden the credits started to roll, and I literally like, kind of like, that's it? That's where you're ending it? Okay. So I thought they had about, 3 or 4 more lines left of the movie, but I guess not. So check it out. The Intern in theaters now. Pretty good film, especially Robert De Niro's acting.
Okay, Benjamin, I'm gonna ask you one of our more telling questions for all of our interns, so I want you to, this is the one to really think about, okay? Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
When I'm 80.
And I love myself. The world is a ghetto. Remember a few weeks ago we talked about the senior intern program?
Seniors in high school or college?
No. Seniors in life.
Hold on. What? Intern sure keeps busy.
Mr. Congeniality. Everybody loves him.
You should dress to impress. Tuck in the shirt. Why doesn't anybody tuck anything in anymore? Oh, I'm asking you. Good times.
It's moments like this when you need someone you know you can count on. Because you're my...
Intern.
Well, I was gonna say intern/best friend. Look and learn, boys, because this is what cool is. How in one generation have men gone from guys like Jack Nicholson and Harrison Ford to...
Oh, boy.